Fleury, Fleury, Fleury leads the brick wall, and the Hawks win 3-0 over the Anaheim Ducks. Yes, the flower was a brick wall once again for your Chicago Blackhawks, and gets his third shutout of the season, and this time bursts in the United Center as a Chicago Blackhawk. This game was filled with shots. It was back and forth hockey between the Ducks and Blackhawks. And well, this was a great win by your Chicago Blackhawks. Great performance, and the flower was big. At one point, though, he better be thanking Glavis for a big save for this shutout, too. And it led to a goal coming for the Hawks. This Hawks game versus the Ducks was an impressive victory. The Hawks came in and beat the Ducks in the UC, which is good to see. They get a shutout, 3-0 over the Anaheim Ducks. A young, very surprising team in Anaheim, but as of late been playing probably hockey the way hockey was kind of projected to be this season for the Ducks. But the Hawks were the lucky teams coming out and getting the 3-0 victory. So let's look at the stats of the game, shall we? Shots on net per period, 11-15 in favor for your Chicago Blackhawks in the first period. 14-12 in favor for the Anaheim Ducks in the second period. 12-9 in favor for the Ducks in the third. Total shots on net, 37-36 in favor for the Anaheim Ducks. So 37 shots, 37 saves for the Flower tonight in the UC. He was stellar tonight. There was a moment where it was a scared moment for the Hawks, but Glavis made a big save for Flower, and it was on a PK. Hawks went 1 for 3 on the power play. The Ducks went 0 for 2. And as I mentioned, the Hawks made a big save by a defenseman in Glavis in just his third NHL career game tonight by the puck getting on the red line and Glavis clearing it out, which was great. Hawks get it, and the Hawks did the Ducks at the faceoff dot. 41% to the Ducks, 59% to your Chicago Blackhawks at the dot. That's good to see. The Hawks, as I mentioned all season, have been terrible at the dot besides Jonathan Toews. Well, the Hawks were great at the dot, and we got the victory. That's good to see, and that's good play for the Hawks. When they win at the faceoff dot, they tend to win games, except for a couple of games this year. So, let's get to the goals of the game, shall we? In the first period, it was back and forth hockey. No goals were scored in the first period, but we were seeing chances. The Hawks had a chance, couldn't get it. The Ducks had a couple of chances and opportunities. Hawks stood strong defensively. Then the Ducks were standing strong defensively, but the Hawks were able to put up 15 shots on net with some good quality chances in the offensive zone, but they couldn't get it past the Ducks netminder. So we go to the second period tied 0-0, 0-0. So we're in the second period, and the Hawks get an early penalty. So Hawks in a penalty kill, and this is where Glavis makes a huge save of a goal. And as soon as Eric Gustafsson comes out of the box, he goes into the offensive zone with the puck, and it sets it up. At 5:53 in the second period. Scored by number 38, Brandon the Bagel Hagel. His 9th of the season, assisted by number 56, Eric Gustafson. And number 61, Riley Stillman. Stillman clears the puck all the way up to Gustafson as soon as he comes out of the penalty box. Gustafson gets into the offensive zone, and then Hagel comes in. Gustafson sauces it right to Hagel, and Hagel gets the Hawks on the board, and that's good to see. And well, on this PK, the Hawks killed it, played strong. Glavis made a big save. Fleury was making a couple big saves. The big one was Glavis with his stick save to keep the puck out of going into the net. That would have led to a power play goal. Hawks killed it, go up the ice, Gustafson out of the box, and sets up Hagel. That's the only goal in the second period, but the Hawks had a couple extra opportunities where also the Ducks were pressuring and had some chances. So we go to the third period. Hawks up 1-0. And in the third period, the Hawks get an early power play in the period. At 4:22 in the third period, scored by number 88, Patrick Kane. His 9th of the season, assisted by number 12, Alex DeBrincat. And number 19, Jonathan Tays, to give the Hawks a 2-0 lead off a power play goal. This isn't a typical power play goal, as the Hawks came in on a rush. Tays gets it to DeBrincat to Kane back to Cat gets it over to Kane, and Kane buries it on the rush on a power play goal at 4:22 in the third period. Nice passing play that went on a rush for a goal. Good to see a power play goal like that for a change. Not a setup in the power play, because usually it's either Kane to DeBrincat for a power play goal on a setup. But this time it was off a rush, and it wasn't a typical power play goal. It was nice to see. So we have a 2-0 lead, which is good. Hawks were getting pressed by the Ducks midway through, and Fleury had to make some big saves. And the Hawks had to get it back in, and they were making a couple chances. Couldn't get it on in net, and we are at a standstill. The Ducks pull their goalie with 4 minutes remaining in regulation time, and this happens. With 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in regulation time on the empty net goal, scored by number 8, Dominic Kubalik, his 8th of the season, and assisted by number 12, Alex DeBrincat, and number 44, Calvin DeHaan, to give the Hawks the 3-0 lead with 3 minutes and 21 seconds remaining. Then the Hawks get pressed remaining, and the Flower has to make a couple saves, and the Hawks played strong defensively, leading to the Hawks getting the 3-0 win in the United Center for Flower's third shutout of the season in the United Center. This was a big win for your Chicago Blackhawks, and it was definitely a goalie win as well. The Flower was strong, and the Hawks get the brick wall tonight in the UC. This was a big win for your Chicago Blackhawks. That's 4 in a row now, and the Hawks have looked good. This was a good team victory. They played well, they played strong, and the Flower continues to play excellent. This was a nice victory for your Chicago Blackhawks tonight. So, down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, Hawks win! Hawks win! And let's go, Hawks!